This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think a lot of us are probably struggling with and learning how to tackle, and that is working from home. For me, I've been working from home for the better part of 5 years now, and I've definitely learned a lot over those 5 years. I've been in and out of offices and various studio spaces, as well as, working from home as well. Over the last year and a half though, I've pretty much been working out of my house. So I just wanted to explain to you guys some tips and tricks that I've learned over the last couple of years that have really helped me stay productive and stay sane. At the end of the day, I think we all just kind of want some sort of routine to fall back onto, and this is going to be hopefully that for you guys who are looking to kind of better your work from home routine. I think it's safe to say right now that you're probably not going to be as productive as you normally would, especially with what's going on in the world right now. It's okay that you're not going to be as productive. It's okay that you're not getting as much stuff done. But I think if you allow yourself to just focus on one task at a time, you can really actually get quite a bit of stuff done and feel accomplished at the end of the day. With all that being said, let's hop into the video. I'm going to explain to you guys what I've been doing over the last couple of years to stay productive and stay sane while I work from home. Hopefully this can help you guys as well. So the first bit of advice that I have for those of you who are just starting working from home, or you're looking to kind of spice up your routine, is to have a morning routine. I think for me, this has been one of the biggest benefits of working from home, and it really kind of sets my day up for success. There's a few things that I do every single morning that really help me get focused for the day, even if I can't leave the house like I can't right now. It just helps me feel like I'm getting ready for the day and getting prepared. One of those things is definitely making breakfast, and for me, making coffee in the morning is something that is very much a ritual. I do it every single morning, and it's become definitely a part of my everyday routine. For me, it's a great way to start the day, and it gets me out of bed in the morning. It's something I'm excited to do, and it really helps me get my day started. I think just the process for me of making coffee and making breakfast in the morning, throwing a podcast on, really helps me just kind of relax and kind of slow down in the morning right before I get into some sort of hectic day of work. Another thing that's super important for me in the mornings is just to feel like I'm ready for the day. For me, that's getting ready in the morning. That's brushing my teeth, putting hair gel in, all that fun stuff. It really helps me set my day up for success in combination with having a nice breakfast and some coffee in the morning. I put on some clean clothes and I'm ready to go. To me, this helps distinguish, waking up and just lounging at my house on like a Saturday or Sunday versus an actual work day. And I try to treat Monday through Friday as such. Monday through Friday is always work days, no matter what, unless it's a holiday or something like that. But I really have found that keeping it this way has really helped me increase my productivity and just distinguish, between work hours and personal hours as well. I do notice that the mornings I don't actually get ready for the day, especially during the week. I tend to lounge about the house, I don't get things done, and I don't start my day how I normally would like to. Just getting out of bed, making breakfast, making coffee, and then also getting ready for the day has a huge impact on my productivity, and it can for you guys as well. Also, if possible, I would highly suggest that you guys don't bring your breakfast or your lunch or your dinner or whatever that may be to your actual workspace. This has also helped me a lot, especially with stuff like lunch. I think breakfast, I usually just eat it in my kitchen. But wherever your actual workspace is, even if it's in the same room that you cook or live in, that's totally fine. You just don't want to bring your food actually to where you're actually sitting and working, because what that does is it starts to mix together parts of your life that you don't necessarily want to be mixed. For me, sitting down and eating a meal is a nice chance to relax throughout the day, even if it's just a quick bite for lunch. It helps me a lot distinguish a quick little bit of relaxation versus, I'm just eating while I'm still working. And oftentimes, if not 100% of the time, the work isn't nearly as productive as it could be. So I'd highly recommend that you guys eat your meals in a separate space from where you work. This just helps distinguish the differences between the two. So for the next couple tips, we'll go ahead and head over to my office where I'll explain to you guys some more work-oriented tips that I think will really help you benefit you guys as well. Okay, so we have made it over to my office. I know for a lot of you, it's pretty unrealistic to have a dedicated office space at your home or even an extra room to dedicate to your workspace, but that is completely okay. Really what I'm trying to explain to you here is that it's really important to distinguish even a very small part of your living space to your office and make sure that is just for work purposes only. I think the hard thing to do is to work and live and eat and hang out and socialize all in the same space. So if you can divvy up even small parts of your living space to work and to personal, it helps a lot. At least for me, it helps a lot when I'm in a certain space. I'm working, when I'm here in the office, I'm working, and then when I'm back in my house, I'm usually just hanging out and relaxing, maybe watching TV or cooking, hanging out with friends or my girlfriend. The point being is the more and more that you can distinguish which areas of your home are for work and which are for personal, it's going to help you so much. With all that being said, I think it's incredibly important how you lay your workspace out. I think we all can have at least a desk. You know, if we're just focusing on our desk and how we lay that out, that itself is also super important. I think that's a very personal journey in terms of how you lay your desk out and what accessories you want on it. Over the years, I've definitely figured out what works best for me. I love this desk that I have right here. It's from a company called Fully. I did a video about this desk a while ago, but I love this desk so much. It works really well, and I love that you have the ability to sit or stand at this desk as well. I think for me that helps a lot, especially when I'm able to stand. I think it gives me a lot more energy throughout the day, and it just makes my work a bit more interesting versus just sitting all day. You'll also notice that I really love a clean and organized space. I think for me, this lets me focus on the more important things at hand, which usually have to do with work. So the more organized that my desk and my workspace can be, it really helps me. I organize, my laptop, all my cables, my hard drives. Everything is nice and neat and organized, and it just helps me with peace of mind, so I don't have to worry about trying to find things down the road. I think it's also really important to have some sort of music to listen to while you're doing sort of deeper work where you're really focused on something. Especially for me when I'm editing photos, I love to listen to music. And I find that multiple different playlists really help me, just focus my energy and continue to do productive work throughout the day. For me, I use Spotify, and I have several different playlists that work for me, including lo-fi beats. I love listening to lo-fi music. I just really think it's easy to work with, and it's nice and relaxing to listen to, as well as just kind of keeps you in a steady flow, especially when you're editing photos with the keyboard and everything. It just helps a lot, and it really makes me at ease, and it just makes me calm and relaxed, which is what I really like to feel when I'm working. I'll definitely link all the Spotify playlists that I use down below if you guys want to go check those out as well. But for me, a great playlist is essential to some good productive work. Another thing that I found to be really important is definitely to take breaks. The way I do it is I usually try to group, anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes of really focused work into a single session, whether that's editing a selection of photos that I have, or culling photos, backing up stuff, uploading, writing scripts, doing tax stuff, the list goes on. But if I can focus my time for roughly, 15 to 45 minutes, I've found that it works really well. And I can, set aside chunks of time to dedicate towards my work. And then once that's done, I get up, I go walk around, maybe I make a cup of coffee, go drink some water, make some lunch, whatever it is. It's nice to have just a little bit of break time in between those work sessions. And I've found that I'm much more productive in terms of my time, and using my time efficiently versus, just sitting around and trying to edit photos for 3-4 hours on end. For some people, they can just sit at their desk nonstop all day and it just works perfectly. For me, that just doesn't work. And I found that if I focus my time, in small chunks throughout the day, I can get a lot more done. Another thing that helps me stay really productive throughout the day is making lists. I use this app on my Mac and my iPhone called Things. It really helps me organize the different categories of my life and what I need to do in order to, feel productive throughout the day. To-do lists are just a nice, easy way to, work down a list and get things done. And it makes things really simple and easy to do. I try to break things down quite a bit so that there's very simple, manageable tasks. And at the end of the day, you feel much more accomplished when you can cross stuff off. For me, tapping it or clicking it on my computer that I've done it and I check it off, it just makes me feel much more accomplished, and it's a great way to keep track of what you have to do for the day. So when you're nearing the end of the day, it's important to know how to transition from work into a relaxing evening. I think this is something that has really helped me as well. Looking forward to the end of the day where I can make a meal, relax a bit, maybe hang outside, relax, in the sunshine. Stuff like that really helps me ease out of the workday and just, start to relax for the evening. I think in the past, I would just work all night and all morning, and I wouldn't really have a life. I wouldn't really enjoy anything besides working. And it's almost the opposite effect now, that the more time that I have to relax, it just makes me a better, worker. It makes me more productive. It makes me more interested and excited about the work I'm doing. If I'm getting stuff done at work, in my home office, it really projects to other aspects of my life and makes me, a better person. I'm more on my feet. I'm excited about stuff. So they really just kind of go hand in hand, and it's important to know when you are done working for the day. Even if it's noon and you just aren't feeling it that day, especially right now, considering these circumstances, that's more than okay. It's really easy to hop on Instagram and see everybody just doing crazy productive things. But again, Instagram is just a highlight reel. It's important to note that it's not normal to stay insanely productive at all hours of the day. In fact, it's pretty abnormal. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to relax. It's okay to enjoy the life that you've carved out for yourself. So with all that being said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions regarding working from home. I think I've kind of answered, a good gist of the questions that you guys had for me. But, nonetheless, if you guys have any questions, drop them down below. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Wash your hands, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks again to our sponsor, which is Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are looking to create a custom website from scratch without all the coding and hassles that come with it, Squarespace is by far the best choice out there to make a beautiful website. They have easy to use templates which make creating a beautiful theme that much easier, 24/7 customer support for all of your questions, and tons of design and layout options to really make your website stand out. With it now being 2020, I think it is the perfect time, if you haven't already, to make your own photography website to be able to display your work in a professional way. If you guys want to check out the link in the description, you can receive 10% off your first website or domain purchase. Thank you so much for watching, guys, as always, and we will see you in the next one.